What is up everyone, it's CMG here. So lately I've been playing a game called Marvel Rivals. I'm sure you guys are aware of that game, right? Bit of a silly question really, probably more rhetorical than anything. Well anyway, I've been playing it recently, and to say that I was really enjoying myself playing the quick play mode and cracking out tons of games would be an understatement, and I've kind of needed this feeling for quite some time. As somebody who has played a lot of Overwatch 2 and, in all honesty, kind of felt like they needed something different to freshen things up. It feels really good jumping into a hero-based third-person shooter game that shares similar traits and showing off awesome team-based 6v6 gameplay. Not to mention an opportunity to really delve into the Marvel universe proper, which I haven't had the chance of doing despite there being so many movies on specific heroes in the game that have been made over the years. Consider my interest piqued in that regard. Okay, so who are the heroes that I've been playing with the most? For the time being, I'll earmark 3 that I've been making use of. 1 for each class, so that's Vanguard or the tank class, Duelist or DPS, and then Strategist or the support players. I feel that's kind of fair, right? So the first hero I'll mention, the Vanguard hero, and most certainly my main at the moment, is Magneto. He's an extremely satisfying hero to play for me. I feel like I've taken him like a duck to water. He basically dispatches bubble shields on his allies to protect them, and he can also apply a bubble shield to himself. He also has his own wall shield called the Metallic Curtain, which he places in front of himself to soak up enemy damage and protect the team. So having said that, he's kind of like a mishmash of Reinhardt and Zarya, although for his Metallic Curtain it actually has a timed gauge, so you can't have it up all the time and then wait for it to be whittled down by damage like with Ryan's shield. You actually got to manage the gauge if you want to make use of the shield and keep it up. But overall, he has a low difficulty ceiling, he doesn't require that much movement skill, and he feels just right for a veteran player like myself. It feels satisfying enough to shield your healers in the back so as to prevent them from dying, and when you push the enemy back with your own shield and go for a quick attack with the mag cannon, and then get a quick elim to give our team an advantage, it feels pretty rewarding. I'd also like to give an honourable mention to Penny Parker as well, because she ended up being the first hero that I tried in this game, and even though she seems to have a high difficulty rating, I've even got her to work for me as well, like dominating choke points and then commanding areas with this really cool web device that summons explosive spider minions that deal damage. So yeah, when the comp calls for it, I tend to choose Penny as well as Magneto. Now, so far, I don't know of any outstanding duelists or DPS I like to play. I actually find playing DPS in any game to be quite daunting, but I guess the closest I can get here is probably Star-Lord, because he has a lot of mobility and evading tactics, and he has a kit that helps him with close range encounters, as well as using his pistols either for quick eliminations or constant poke damage. So he's a little bit like Tracer, but without the blink. But again, like Magneto, he has a lot of difficulty of 2 stars, so I would suspect he could be easy to pick up for anyone just starting out. I myself have tried a handful of games with him, and I've had a blast so far. Now, another hero I'd consider picking up in the DPS class, and probably an easier one than Star-Lord, is the Punisher. I mean, it goes without saying, but every hero-based shooter needs to have that stereotypical soldier character that's easy to pick up and then play with. I definitely think Punisher fits the bill. I mean, all you got to do is literally just use a rifle and then just do damage. He's also got this massive machine gun that just shoots out. So you basically just place it anywhere, and then it just turns into a massive sit-down machine gun, like a Bastion sort of thing, and then he just pumps up damage. It's really cool. And then, of course, the Strategist class, or supports. Who have I been playing with here? Well, I think the best one in my opinion, and one that I feel a lot comfortable playing, is definitely Rocket Raccoon. I love the way this game mixed the idea of giving him like this massive Gatling gun type weapon that not only fires damage at the enemy, but also fires these repairing orbs that heal your allies. What's good is that you don't really necessarily have to be that accurate to shoot these orbs out. If they come into proximity with the allies, you'll heal them regardless. Kind of like Moira's healing orb in a way, except you can just fire them out constantly and he just heals. He can also revive using the BRB device, as he calls it, and his ultimate is where he can deploy a drone that can boost everyone's damage. pretty damn cool. Of course, all these things are deployable, so it would be best not to place them in areas where it's so obvious for the enemy to just dispose them quickly. Like with the BRB, for example, it would be silly to just place it on the point. Just put it in an area where it's close to the point, but it's really difficult to spot or find, so that an ally can get back into a fight really quickly. So yeah, if that was any kind of advice that I would give to anyone playing Rocket Raccoon, it would definitely be that. Anyway, that's just a small talk on the kind of heroes I've been playing at the very beginning of Marvel Rivals. These selection of heroes are subject to change as we get further into the game and we start to obtain new heroes and maps amidst new updates and seasons. I mean, I don't know if you know about the Marvel Universe, but with the amount of heroes that it has at its disposal, the kind of content it can bring to just add to the game, there's quite a lot to choose from. Me personally, I would want to know how a hero like Cyclops would fare in this game, or even the Fantastic Four. I would think there'd be quite a few pretty decent additions. I mean, you could go crazy. Even the Silver Surfer, I wouldn't mind that. But anyhow, I know this video is kind of all jumbled up, but to sum this game up, I don't intend on deciding if I prefer this game over Overwatch 2. In fact, I'm someone who doesn't really care about one over the other. All I care about are good games. And I'm all for playing both side by side because the more variety on the market, the better, right? Now, it goes without saying here, but I firmly believe that the introduction of another hero-based shooter to us players, after we've had Overwatch 2 dominate the scene for almost a decade, is actually a good thing in the long run because it offers healthy competition for game developers to really think about how they're going to make their games better in order to be the player's main focus. If a game like Marvel Rivals has come in and made everyone turn their head and they go and find out what's going on over there and they start to play the game and they're really having the best time of their life, well, then it falls on Blizzard to come up with some awesome stuff for Overwatch 2 in hopes to bring those players back. Because if there's one thing game companies crave more than anything, aside from taking money from your wallet of course, it's your time. I mean, there are tons of games to play out there, and although the time is incredibly precious, there's only so much of it in the day to be enjoying said games, and if your game happens to be the one that everyone's playing, well then that's a huge benefit. Marvel Rivals recently announced on social media as well that the game was able to register 20 million players, so major congratulations there. The question is, will I be doing any more videos on Marvel Rivals after this? Well, to be honest, I kind of want to keep this as one game I enjoy off camera and not have to worry about making content for it. Like with Genshin Impact and all the other gacha games I'm playing over there. You know, stick to Overwatch 2 for now, but hey, never say never, right? But anyway, have you yourself been playing Marvel Rivals? What are your own thoughts on the game? Who have you been maining so far? Leave all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. So this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I know this is kind of like jumbled up and pretty difficult to follow because everything's like literally all over the place in terms of my thoughts and how I've constructed it, but it's a new game, so, you know, I can sort of like give myself the benefit of the doubt. And maybe if I play this game a little bit more and get a little bit more of an understanding of it, I might be able to make better videos if I can be bothered to make videos on this game. I don't know, I'm not really sure yet. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching the video, guys. If you like this idea for content and you want to see more in the future, go ahead and click on the subscribe button, send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. You can also check me out on all of my other social medias, my Twitter account, my Discord, and of course my TikTok, and let's not forget as well my Instagram and my Threads. And let's not forget as well my Blue Sky. I've also got Blue Sky, so make sure you go and check me out there if you happen to have that. Thank you for stopping by, chaps. Have a great day, have a great life, be nice to your fellow gamers because we are all human beings. I've been CMG as always. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Peace!